In this video, we're going to zoom through a photo and turn that photo into a video. So let's get right into it. So once we've opened up Adobe After Effects and we're ready to go, we first need to import two videos into the timeline. So your first video should be a static shot of a photo frame, and your second shot can be any sort of video that you have. This can be handheld, this can have camera movement, it can be static. This doesn't really matter too much. So once these are both imported into your sequence inside of Adobe After Effects, we can begin with this effect. So to begin with this effect, we're first going to cut out the part of the photo frame that will have the video underneath. So inside of the photo frame, as you can see, I have a Paris photo frame. We're just going to use the mask tool to cut out this middle part where the photo would go. So we'll go up to the pen tool, and we're just going to draw a mask around the inside of this photo frame. Now take your time, make sure you do a really nice clean job of this. Make sure there's no overlapping layers in this mask. And now as soon as you've done that, you'll notice that everything in the video disappears except for the part inside of the photo frame. So we need to reverse this by going into your mask, mask 1, and just pressing the inverted box, and that will get rid of everything within the photo frame. So from here we can hide the photo frame video layer to reveal the other video underneath. And we need to find a point that we want to freeze frame this on. So we want to find a point in the video that we want to be frozen in the photo frame. And as soon as you've found that, scroll your cursor over to that point in the video, hold Command-Shift-D on your keyboard, and that will split the video in half. Drag the second part of the video over towards the right, and then on the first part of the video you want to right click or double click, go up to time and press freeze frame. And this should freeze that video, and then just extend the duration of that clip over to the right to meet the second part of that video. Now when we play that back, you'll notice the first part is frozen, and then we go into moving video. So now that you're happy with that, we can go ahead and pre-compose these. So select both of these videos, right click, press pre-compose, and we can rename this to anything you like. So I'll rename this to backflip photo. So once those two videos are pre-composed into a pre-composition, we can now go ahead and we can adjust the scale and the position of the pre-composed video to fit the photo frame. And now from here, we'll go ahead and create a brand new null object. So we'll go up to Layer, New, Null Object, and then we can select the photo frame layer and the original backflip video. And we're just going to parent these to the null object. So select both of these layers and use the pick whip tool and drag this onto null 1. Now every time we make an adjustment to the null object, it will affect both of these video layers. So we'll go into null and we'll create a brand new keyframe on position scale. We'll scroll across in time. Let's go 1 or 2 seconds into the video, and we're going to increase the scale and the position to zoom through the photo frame. So I'm going to increase the scale to around 260, and we'll adjust the position so that this is in the center of the frame. And then once you're happy with that, we'll select all of those keyframes that we just created. We'll right click, go into Keyframe Assistant, and we'll select Easy Ease. And this means rather than harshly going into the camera zoom effect, it's going to gently go into this to make this seem less aggressive and more natural. So as you can see, the camera zooms into the photo frame, but not all the way through the photo frame. To finish this off, we want to go back into the photo frame layer, just the individual layer. We'll go into Transform, go Scale and Position. We'll create a brand new set of keyframes towards the end of the movement. And then we'll scroll ahead in time, maybe half a second in time, and we'll increase the scale and the position so that the photo frame completely goes through the camera. So the camera is going to zoom all the way through the photo frame. And as soon as you've done that, we can play this back, and that looks really awesome. But again, the camera movement is a little bit aggressive, so we'll add the Easy Ease Keyframe Assistant to all of these keyframes here. Now that's basically the effect done, but the problem is we're still zoomed in from the null object, meaning our backflip layer is now really zoomed in. So as we come through the canvas, we want to decrease the scale of this footage. So as we're halfway through the photo frame, we want to go into the backflip composition. We'll create a brand new keyframe on scale and position. We'll go forward maybe 5 or 6 keyframes just to a point where we've gone through the canvas, and we'll pull the scale back up to fill the screen. So my scale will go down to 43. I'll adjust the position. We'll add the Easy Ease Keyframe Assistant to all of these keyframes. And when we play this effect back, we have this really awesome photo frame zoom effect, and that is how you do this effect. And there you go. If you enjoyed watching this video, then please do let me know in that comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe and check out the previous video if you want to see more. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next episode.